Welcome to this week's video. I am Julie with Balanced Life with Julie, holistic nutritionist and certified health coach. So this week I want to talk to you about the 80-20 rule. As we get closer to the holidays, I think a lot of people like to rely on this 80-20 rule, and I'm going to invite you to think about it a little bit differently. So if you don't know what the 80-20 rule is, basically the idea is that 80% of the time you're going to be quote-unquote good, and then 20% of the time you're going to be not as good. You're going to allow yourself to have cheat meals, treats, indulge, do the things that many people are telling you not to do in the health and wellness space. So I remember this philosophy. I used to try and live by this philosophy, and there are a couple of reasons why I'm not a big fan of the 80-20 rule. Right? The number one thing is that a lot of people, when it comes to the 80-20 rule, it can be really, really easy that 20 becomes 30, becomes 40%, and you're not as, on your eating plan and on your wellness practice as you could be. That's the number one problem. The other problem, as I see it with the 80-20 rule, is I kind of look at it as your every piece of food that you eat, whatever you do in your day-to-day life, impacts your health and well-being. So if you don't get enough sleep, that's going to affect how you feel. It's going to affect how your brain functions. If you're not exercising, that's going to impact your body, your gut health. If you're not eating well, that's going to impact multiple systems in your body. And so my question to you is, why would you be really kind to yourself by eating well, getting enough sleep, exercising, doing the things that are health promoting? Why would you only do that 80% of the time? Why would you allow yourself to have 20% where you're not taking care of yourself, where you are knowingly eating the foods that you know are not good for you health-wise? Now, I'm not saying that you live like a monk or a nun. What I'm actually encouraging you to do is actually to find the healthiest versions of some of the foods that you love. So for example, I used to love pizza. So I know where to get a healthy, pizza for myself. I know if I'm craving something sweet, how to make healthy desserts that don't have refined sugar, that aren't full of chemicals and all kinds of garbage, that are not highly processed. They're actually made from whole foods and they taste delicious. So I'm not saying that you don't enjoy life. I'm not saying that you don't indulge, but what I'm inviting you to do is to actually find ways to be as healthy as possible 100% of the time. Now, the other sort of thing in terms of the 80-20 rule that I'm not a big fan of is that, your body is not asleep. When you're indulging in pizza and beer and chicken wings, it's not like your body's like, oh, it's that 20%, I'm not paying attention. Everything you're doing in your day-to-day life is going to affect your health. And so the choices that you're making in your daily life are either moving you towards better health or they're taking you away from better health. Now, obviously we all have choices. We all get to make our own decisions. But if you're not feeling good in your body is telling you how it feels about those choices. And you can continue to ignore them, pretend that you're not hearing the signals and you're not noticing, or you can start to change some of your habits. And I would encourage you to change some of those habits because you're going to feel better in your body. And you're going to still be able to enjoy food. You're still going to be able to enjoy things. It's just going to look different. That's all. It's as simple as that. So, for example, I have clients who do 30-day programs with me and beyond. They change their eating habits. They change their lifestyle habits. They start to have more energy. They feel good. They lose weight. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't even know that this was possible in my body because I felt so bad for so long. Now, the crazy thing about habit change is sometimes when we're changing our habits, we'll take 3 steps forward and a step back. 4 steps forward, 2 steps back. And so sometimes my clients will go back to some of those habits that were not as health promoting. And hands down, every single time that happens, I always hear the same story from different clients. Oh, I did that thing. Oh, I had a couple of drinks last night. Oh, I ate XYZ food. I ate fried food. I ate pizza. I ate sugared foods. And I felt like garbage. Within within 30 minutes of eating whatever that thing was or consuming whatever that thing was, they're like, I felt terrible. And when they're feeling terrible, that is a very clear indication, a very clear sign from their body of the real effect that their choices are having. See, I think for most people, they're making so many poor choices on a daily basis, day in, day out. They start to feel so bad in their body that they think that's normal. They think that's how you're supposed to feel. They blame it on aging. Oh, I'm getting older, so I guess this is what happens. You start to feel lethargic, you start to put on weight, and you don't feel good. Like that's just supposed to be your normal. I don't think so. And I know for a fact from my own experience of changing my diet and lifestyle and helping others to do the same, is that it's possible to have energy. It's possible to feel good in your body. And it's also possible to enjoy food. Healthy food is not boring. Healthy food is tremendously delicious. But you have to know how to make it or prepare it or know where to get those healthy food options because they are out there. And so I would invite you as we step into this holiday season to really examine your relationship with food and start to make the healthiest choices possible and really love and care for yourself enough to eat healthy, whole plant foods, to get enough rest, to drink enough water, to do all the things that you know are health promoting, and to love yourself enough that you actually take care of your body so that you have energy and vitality and you're able to, enjoy life and be with people that you love being around. So I hope that this video gets you thinking a little bit differently about the 80-20 rule and gets you more focused on taking care of your body temple to the best of your ability 100% of the time. So, share this video with anyone you think might benefit, and until next time, be well.